Buckle up, everybody, because today we are diving deep into 10 ways to boost brain power.
Yeah, this is going to be fun.
It's a guide packed with simple habits that you can actually weave into your life.
Yeah.
Starting like today, we're talking about ditching brain fog, sharpening focus, and maybe even unlocking some hidden genius.
Oh, wow.
All without needing a PhD in neuroscience.
Right.
So no pressure.
Nope.
I'm excited to get into it.
And the best part is these aren't just like some trendy biohacks.
Oh, good.
We're talking evidence-backed strategies that tap into your brain's natural ability to adapt and thrive.
Awesome.
So if you're ready to upgrade your mental game, we've got the blueprint.
I'm already intrigued. I have to admit, when I hear boost brain power, my mind jumps to like those brain training apps.
Right.
Or maybe some like super restrictive diet.
Yeah.
But you're saying this is more about simple everyday habits.
Exactly. Yeah, we'll be exploring things like the food you eat.
Okay, how you move your body. Even the way you sleep.
Oh, wow.
All things you're already doing, just with a brain-boosting twist.
I love that. That's reassuring.
Yeah.
So let's kick things off with one we all know is good for us, but maybe haven't fully connected to brain power, and that's exercise.
Yeah.
I lace up my sneakers for my heart
Sure.
and waistline, but what's the brain connection?
It's all about giving your brain the VIP treatment.
Okay.
When you exercise, your heart pumps more oxygen-rich blood throughout your body.
Yeah.
And your brain, being a bit of an energy hog, reaps huge benefits.
It does. It does.
Safe, sharper thinking, better memory consolidation, and even a mood boost thanks to those feel-good endorphins.
I mean, that's amazing. So it's like a direct delivery system for brain fuel.
Exactly.
We can get behind that.
Yeah.
But what about this BDNF I keep hearing about in like brain health circles?
Right.
Is that linked to exercise too? Absolutely. BDNF, or brain-derived neurotrophic factor, is like a master architect for your brain.
Oh, wow.
It helps those neurons, your brain cells, sprout new connections and strengthens existing ones. Imagine it as building a super highway for information to zip around in your brain.
Okay.
Yeah.
So exercise is like hitting the gym for your brain.
Yeah, exactly.
Building those neural muscles. And you're saying we don't need to be marathon runners to get these benefits.
Not at all. Even moderate exercise.
Okay.
Think a brisk 30-minute walk a few times a week can significantly boost BDNF levels.
Wow.
And have a noticeable impact on your cognitive function.
Really?
It's about consistency rather than intensity.
Okay, that's great news. Now, I know we can't talk about overall well-being without diving into the food we fuel our bodies and brains with.
Right.
What does the research say about the best brain-boosting foods?
Well, your brain thrives on a balanced and diverse diet.
Right.
Just like the rest of your body. But there are some real superstar ingredients.
Ooh. That can take your brain power to the next level.
Okay.
Yeah.
Spill the secrets.
Okay.
Give us the brain food shopping list.
First up, let's talk about antioxidants.
Okay.
These powerful compounds are like little bodyguards for your brain cells, protecting them from damage caused by free radicals, which are unstable molecules that can wreak havoc on your cells.
So antioxidants are like a shield against those cellular villains.
Exactly.
I like it.
And luckily, they're abundant in delicious foods.
Okay, good.
Like blueberries.
Yes.
Dark chocolate.
Oh, even better.
And even a good cup of coffee.
Okay, that's a brain-boosting diet I can get behind.
Yeah, right.
What else should we be loading up on?
Next up, we have omega-3 fatty acids.
Okay.
Think of these as the building blocks for healthy brain cells.
Okay.
Crucial for maintaining the structure and fluidity of brain cell membranes.
Oh, wow.
Ensuring smooth communication
between those all-important neurons.
So omega-3s are like giving our brains a strong foundation.
Exactly.
Where can we find these brain-building fats?
Fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines are excellent sources.
Yep.
As are plant-based options like flax seeds, chia seeds, and walnuts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. So we've got our antioxidants for protection. And omega-3s for building.
Yeah.
Anything else we should be adding to our brain-boosting grocery cart?
Absolutely. Don't forget about leafy greens.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Spinach, Kale, collard greens.
Yeah.
They're packed with vitamins like folate and vitamin K.
Oh, wow.
Which have been linked to a slower rate of cognitive decline.
Leafy greens for a youthful brain.
Yeah.
I'm sold.
Good.
Now let's shift gears to something that's often overlooked when we talk about brain health.
Okay.
And that is sleep. I know I feel the effects of a poor night's sleep almost instantly.
Oh, yeah.
But what's actually happening in our brains when we don't get enough shut-eye?
Sleep isn't just about resting your body.
Right.
It's like sending your brain to a nightly spa and a rejuvenation center.
Oh, I like that.
During sleep, especially deep sleep, your brain works tirelessly to consolidate memories, clear out metabolic waste products, and strengthen those neural connections we talked about earlier.
So it's like hitting the reset button on our brains, allowing us to wake up refreshed.
Exactly.
And ready to tackle the day.
Yeah.
Precisely. And consistently skimping on sleep can have some, serious consequences.
Right.
Think impaired focus, memory lapses, and difficulty making decisions.
Oh, yeah.
In the long term, chronic sleep deprivation has even been linked to an increased risk of cognitive decline and neurodegenerative diseases.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those are some serious consequences. So how much sleep are we talking about to really give our brains that overnight tune-up?
Right.
Is there a magic number?
While individual needs vary, most adults thrive on 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night.
Okay.
And it's not just about the quantity. The quality of your sleep matters too.
Right.
Yeah.
Tossing and turning all night doesn't exactly sound restorative. What are some of the things we can do to improve the quality of our sleep and reap those brain-boosting benefits?
One of the simplest yet most effective strategies is establishing a consistent sleep schedule.
Okay.
Going to bed and waking up around the same time each day.
Yeah.
Even on weekends.
Okay.
Helps regulate your body's natural sleep-wake cycle, making it easier to fall asleep and wake up feeling refreshed.
Right. So it's about creating that rhythm for our bodies. Makes sense.
Exactly.
But what about those nights when, our minds just won't quiet down?
Right.
Any tips for, calming those racing thoughts?
Creating a relaxing bedtime routine can do wonders.
Okay.
This could include a warm bath,
Yeah.
reading a book, listening to calming music, or practicing relaxation techniques like deep breathing exercises.
Right.
The key is to signal to your body and mind that it's time to wind down and transition into sleep mode.
I love that. It's like giving ourselves permission to slow down.
Yeah.
And prioritize rest. What about the environment we sleep in?
Right.
Does that play a role in sleep quality as well?
Absolutely. Your sleep environment can significantly impact your sleep quality. Make sure your bedroom is cool, dark, and quiet.
Okay.
Consider using blackout curtains, earplugs, or a white noise machine to block out any distractions.
Okay. Those are great practical tips. I'm starting to feel more relaxed just thinking about it.
Good.
Okay. Shifting gears a bit. Let's talk about something that's always been a personal favorite of mine, and that is reading. I know it's a great way to escape.
Yeah.
And relax.
Yeah.
But I had no idea it could actually boost brain power.
It's amazing, right?
Yeah.
Reading isn't just a passive activity. It's like a mental workout for your brain, engaging multiple cognitive functions simultaneously.
Oh, wow.
When you read, you're not just decoding words.
Right.
You're building mental images, connecting ideas, and engaging your imagination.
So it's like a full body workout for our brains.
Exactly.
Okay.
I love that analogy.
And the benefits go beyond mental agility.
Okay.
Research shows that reading can reduce stress by up to 68%.
Wow.
Even more than listening to music or going for a walk.
Really?
It's a powerful tool for calming the mind and promoting relaxation.
Okay, I'm convinced. Time to dust off those bookshelves.
Yeah.
But with so many demands on our time, how can we realistically make reading a regular habit?
Right.
Any tips?
The key is to find what works for you.
Okay.
Start small. Even dedicating just 15, 20 minutes a day to reading can make a difference. Find a time that fits into your routine.
Yeah.
Whether it's first thing in the morning, during your lunch break, or before bed.
So it's about fitting reading into the pockets of our day rather than feeling like we need to carve out hours. Exactly. And make it enjoyable.
Right.
Choose books or articles that genuinely interest you. Reading shouldn't feel like a chore.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
If you're not enjoying it, you're less likely to stick with it.
That's a great reminder. It's about finding joy in the process of learning and expanding our minds. Now let's talk about a topic that's gained a lot of popularity lately.
Okay.
But I'll admit, I still find it a bit mysterious.
Yeah.
Mindfulness.
Right.
And meditation.
Mindfulness is all about bringing your attention to the present moment without judgment. It's about noticing your thoughts, feelings, and sensations without getting swept away by them.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But how does meditation fit into the picture?
Meditation is a practice that cultivates mindfulness.
Good.
It's like a mental gym where you train your attention and awareness, strengthening your ability to focus, manage stress, and regulate emotions.
So it's not just about relaxation, but actually building mental muscle, so to speak.
Exactly.
I like it.
And the science backs it up.
Oh, good.
Studies show that meditation can actually change the structure of your brain.
Wow.
Increasing gray matter in areas associated with attention, memory, and emotional regulation.
Wow. I never realized meditation could have such a tangible impact on our brains.
Okay.
So how much meditation are we talking about to see these benefits? Do I need to become a Zen master and meditate for hours every day?
Not at all. The good news is that even short daily sessions are more effective than sporadic long ones.
Okay.
Consistency is key.
Got it.
Just 10 minutes a day can make a significant difference.
It's reassuring. 10 minutes I can definitely manage. Any tips for beginners who are interested in exploring meditation?
Absolutely. There are some great apps out there, like Headspace or Calm, that can guide you through different types of meditation practices. They make it really easy to incorporate meditation into your daily routine.
Sounds like a great starting point. Okay, we've covered exercise, diet, sleep, reading, and mindfulness.
Right.
I'm already feeling like I have a toolbox full of strategies for boosting my brain power.
Yeah.
What else is on the list?
Get ready to challenge yourself.
Okay.
Because this next one is all about keeping your brain on its toes.
Okay, bring on the challenge.
Yeah.
What are we talking about here?
Well, the source suggests a variety of activities that can stimulate cognitive flexibility and memory retention.
Okay.
Think puzzles, brain training apps, learning a new language, taking up a musical instrument, or even something as simple as brushing your teeth with your non-dominant hand.
Wait, what? Brushing my teeth with my left hand. How does that help my brain?
It sounds silly, but it's all about introducing novelty.
Okay.
Our brains thrive on new experiences. When you do something unfamiliar, like using your non-dominant hand for a routine task, it forces your brain to form new neural pathways.
So it's about shaking things up and keeping our brains guessing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The key takeaway here is that lifelong learning keeps your mind sharp.
Okay.
Incorporating small challenges into your daily routine can go a long way in boosting your brain power.
Challenge accepted. I'm going to try brushing my teeth with my left hand tonight.
Awesome.
What else can we do to keep our brains learning and growing?
This next one might be the most exciting one yet.
Okay.
It's about embracing the power of neuroplasticity.
Okay.
Your brain's ability to change and adapt throughout your life.
Right.
And the key to unlocking this potential is learning a new skill.
I love learning new things.
Me too.
But how does that actually benefit our brains?
Every time you learn something new, whether it's playing an instrument, cooking a new recipe, speaking a new language, or even coding, your brain forms new synapses.
Okay.
These are the connections between brain cells that allow them to communicate with each other.
Right.
It's like expanding your brain's network and creating new pathways for information to flow.
So the more we learn, the more connected our brains become.
Exactly. And this rewiring process leads to improvements in memory, creativity, and problem-solving abilities. It's like expanding your brain's repertoire, making it more versatile and capable.
So it's never too late to learn something new and reap the benefits for our brains.
Absolutely not.
Okay, good.
That's the beauty of neuroplasticity.
I like it.
It means our brains are constantly adapting and evolving based on our experiences. We have the power to shape our brains through the choices we make.
I find that so empowering.
Yeah.
It means we're not stuck with the brain we're born with.
Right.
Our brains are constantly adapting and evolving.
Yeah.
And we have the power to influence that process through our daily habits.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've covered some pretty exciting strategies for boosting brain power.
Right.
Exercise, diet, sleep, reading, mindfulness, brain challenges, and learning new skills. What else is on the list?
This one might seem simple, but it's absolutely crucial.
Okay.
Staying hydrated.
Okay, I know drinking water is important for our overall health, but how does it specifically affect our brain power? I mean, we already talked about how exercise boosts blood flow to the brain. So is water involved in that process too?
Well, did you know that your brain is about 75% water?
Really?
It's essentially a big, juicy information processing organ, and even slight dehydration can have a noticeable impact on your cognitive function.
Wow, 75%. That's a lot more than I would have guessed.
Yeah.
So, like, how does being even a little dehydrated affect us mentally?
Think of it this way. When your brain is dehydrated, it's like a plant that hasn't been watered. It wilts.
Yeah.
It struggles to function optimally. Dehydration can lead to brain fog, poor focus, fatigue, and even headaches.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
If our brains are mostly water, it stands to reason that they need a steady supply to function properly.
Exactly.
So, like, how much water are we talking about to keep our brains hydrated and happy? Is there, like, a magic number?
The general recommendation is around 8 glasses of water a day. However, this can vary, depending on your activity level, climate, and overall health.
Okay.
The key is to listen to your body and drink when you're thirsty.
So it's not about forcing ourselves to drink a specific amount, but rather staying attuned to our body's signals.
Exactly. And here's a tip. If you're already feeling thirsty, your brain performance might already be suffering.
Oh, no.
So it's best to stay ahead of the game and sip water throughout the day.
Great tip. I'm definitely going to keep a water bottle handy from now on. What's next on our brain-boosting agenda?
This one is all about getting out of your head and into nature.
Ooh, I love spending time outdoors. It always makes me feel more relaxed and refreshed.
Yeah.
But what's the science behind it? How does being in nature actually benefit our brains?
Well, there's a growing body of research showing that spending time in nature has a profound impact on our brains and overall well-being. It can reduce stress hormones like cortisol, boost levels of mood-enhancing neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin.
And even improve cognitive function.
So it's not just about feeling good, but actually changing the way our brains function.
Exactly.
But for those of us who live in urban environments, how can we make nature a more regular part of our lives?
Right.
I'm not exactly surrounded by forests and fields here in the city.
You don't need to escape to a remote forest to reap the benefits of nature.
Okay, good.
Even small doses of nature can make a big difference.
Okay.
A short walk in a park, a few moments tending to a potted plant, or simply gazing at a nature scene out your window can have a calming and restorative effect.
So it's about being intentional about incorporating nature into our surroundings. Exactly. Even in small ways.
Yeah.
I can work with that.
Good.
Try to incorporate nature into your work or study environment. A view of trees, a desk plant, or even just a nature-inspired screensaver can have a positive impact on your mood, focus, and creativity.
Exactly.
I love that. It's about bringing those elements of nature into our everyday lives.
Any other tips for maximizing like the brain-boosting benefits of nature?
Make it a multi-sensory experience.
Okay.
Engage all your senses as you connect with nature. Notice the colors, shapes, and textures of the plants and trees.
Okay.
Listen to the sounds of birds singing or the wind rustling through the leaves.
Yeah.
Take deep breaths and savor the fresh air.
Wow, that's a great way to enhance the experience and really immerse ourselves in the beauty of nature.
Exactly.
Okay, so far we've covered a lot of individual habits.
Right.
Like how we move, what we eat, how we rest.
Right.
But we're social creatures too.
Yeah.
What does the research say about the brain benefits of connecting with others?
This last one is all about connection, specifically social connection.
Okay, I'm intrigued. How does socializing benefit our brains?
Right.
Does simply chatting with a friend actually make us smarter?
Well, humans are social creatures by nature. We're wired for connection, and meaningful social interactions play a vital role in our cognitive health. Conversations challenge our brains to process information quickly, improve verbal memory, and enhance emotional intelligence.
So it's like a workout for our social and cognitive muscles.
Exactly.
I'm already feeling more motivated to reach out to friends.
Good.
And the best part is there are countless ways to engage in meaningful social interaction.
Right.
You can join clubs, attend workshops, volunteer, or simply have a casual chat with friends or family.
Yeah.
I love that. It's a reminder that connecting with others is not just good for our hearts, but also for our brains.
Wow, this has been a fascinating deep dive into the world of brain-boosting habits. We've covered so much ground, From exercise and diet to sleep and social connection, I'm already feeling inspired to put these habits into practice.
That's great. Remember, even small changes can yield significant results over time.
So choose 1 or 2 habits that resonate with you and start incorporating them into your daily routine.
Yeah, that's great advice. And we'll be back after a short break to dive even deeper into the specifics of each brain-boosting habit and offer practical tips and tricks for making them a part of your everyday life. Stay tuned.
Okay.
Welcome back to our brain-boosting journey. We've covered a lot of ground, exploring the science behind these 10 powerful habits, and now it's time to get practical.
Yeah, let's do it.
We're going to take those 10 habits and break them down into bite-sized pieces, offering tips and tricks to seamlessly incorporate them into your everyday life.
Right, because knowledge is only powerful when you can actually use it.
Absolutely. It's one thing to understand the science, but actually putting these habits into practice is where the real magic happens.
Yeah, I agree.
So let's start with exercise. We talked about how it increases blood flow and releases those brain-boosting chemicals, but I think a lot of people might be feeling overwhelmed.
Sure.
Where do we even begin?
Well, the beauty of exercise is that it doesn't have to be complicated or time-consuming. The key is to find something you enjoy.
Right.
And that fits into your routine.
Okay.
Remember, even a brisk 30-minute walk
a
few times a week can do wonders for your brain.
So it's about finding ways to move our bodies that we actually look forward to.
Exactly.
I know for me, that's definitely not running on a treadmill.
Right. Maybe it's dancing, swimming, hiking, cycling, or even just taking the stairs instead of the elevator.
Right.
Find what sparks joy for you and make it a habit. Remember, exercise should be a celebration of movement, not a chore.
I love that it's not about forcing ourselves to do something we dread, but rather finding ways to make movement a part of our everyday lives. Okay. Let's move on to brain-boosting foods.
Okay, sounds good.
We talked about the power of antioxidants, omega-3s, and leafy greens, but what does that look like in a practical sense? Do I need to become a gourmet chef to nourish my brain?
No, not at all. It's all about making small, sustainable changes to your diet. Start by incorporating more fruits, vegetables, and whole grains into your meals.
Yeah.
Think vibrant colors, fresh ingredients, and meals that make you feel good from the inside out.
Okay. I all for creativity in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Any specific recipes or meal ideas that come to mind?
Absolutely. How about starting your day with a brain-boosting smoothie packed with berry spinach and a scoop of flax seeds?
Okay.
Or try swapping out your usual snacks for a handful of walnuts or a piece of dark chocolate. Even small swaps can make a big difference over time.
Those are great ideas, and for those of us who aren't morning people, we can always add those ingredients to a lunchtime salad or incorporate them into dinner. It's about finding what works for you and making those healthy choices as often as possible.
Exactly. It's all about finding what works for you and your lifestyle. Remember, nourishing your brain doesn't have to be complicated or restrictive.
Right.
It's about making conscious choices that support your overall health and well-being.
Okay, let's move on to sleep. We all know we should be getting 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep.
Right.
But let's be honest, that's easier said than done.
Yeah, it can be tough.
What are some practical tips for improving our sleep habits and giving our brains the rest they deserve? I know I struggle with turning off my mind at night.
I hear that a lot. Well, consistency is key. Try to go to bed and wake up around the same time each day, even on weekends.
Okay.
This helps regulate your body's natural sleep-wake cycle, making it easier to fall asleep and wake up feeling refreshed. Think of it like setting an internal alarm clock for your body.
Okay, that makes sense. But what about those nights when our minds just won't shut off? Any advice for quieting those racing thoughts? I know I've scrolled through my phone for hours some nights trying to tire myself out, but that probably doesn't help.
Right. That's a common trap. Instead, try creating a relaxing bedtime routine.
Okay.
This could include taking a warm bath, reading a book, a real physical book, not a screen, or listening to calming music. The key is to signal to your body and mind that it's time to wind down. Avoid those screens, especially in the hour before bed.
Okay.
The blue light they emit can interfere with your sleep cycle.
Okay, I love the idea of a bedtime routine. It's like giving ourselves permission to slow down and transition into sleep mode. Any other sleep hygiene tips we should keep in mind?
Yeah, make sure your bedroom is cool, dark, and quiet. Think cave-like.
Okay.
Consider using blackout curtains, earplugs, or a white noise machine to create an optimal sleep environment. It's all about minimizing distractions and maximizing comfort.
Those are great practical tips.
Yes.
I'm starting to feel more rested just thinking about it. Okay, let's move on to reading. We talked about how it strengthens neural pathways and reduces stress.
Yes, reading is so powerful.
But with so many demands on our time, how can we make reading a regular habit? I know I've got a stack of books on my nightstand just calling my name.
Oh, I know that feeling. Well, start small. Even dedicating just 15-20 minutes a day to reading can make a difference. Find a time that works for you, whether it's first thing in the morning, during your lunch break, or before bed. Make it a ritual.
So it's about fitting reading into the pockets of our day rather than feeling like we need to carve out hours.
Exactly, and make it enjoyable.
Right.
Choose books or articles that genuinely interest you. Reading shouldn't feel like a chore, whether it's fiction, nonfiction, poetry, or even just catching up on the news. The key is to engage your mind and expand your horizons.
That's a great reminder. It's about finding joy in the process of learning and expanding our minds. Okay, let's talk about mindfulness and meditation. We discussed their power in strengthening the prefrontal cortex and reducing anxiety. But I think a lot of people, myself included, struggle with the idea of sitting still and meditating. Any advice for making mindfulness more approachable?
Sure. You don't have to be a meditation master to reap the benefits of mindfulness. Start by incorporating mindfulness into your everyday activities. Pay attention to the sensations of your body as you move, the taste of your food as you eat, or the sounds around you as you walk. It's about bringing awareness to the present moment without judgment.
So it's not necessarily about formal meditation, but rather cultivating a more mindful approach to life.
Exactly.
I like that it feels less intimidating.
And if you're interested in exploring formal meditation, there are countless resources available, like guided meditation apps or online courses.
Right.
Start with short sessions, maybe just 5 minutes, and gradually increase the duration as you feel more comfortable.
That's a great tip. It's about finding what works for us and gradually building our mindfulness muscles. Okay, let's move on to brain challenges. We talked about the importance of keeping our brains on their toes with puzzles, brain training apps, and even switching up our routines. What are some fun and engaging ways to incorporate brain challenges into our lives?
Okay, well, embrace novelty. Try learning a new language, taking up a musical instrument, or exploring a new hobby. These activities challenge your brain in new ways, keeping it stimulated and adaptable.
I love that it's about finding ways to keep learning and growing throughout our lives. Any other ideas for incorporating brain challenges into our daily routines?
Absolutely. Try doing everyday tasks with your non-dominant hand, like brushing your teeth or combing your hair, or try taking a different route to work or school. These small changes force your brain to think differently and adapt to new situations.
Those are great practical tips. I'm definitely going to try the non-dominant hand challenge. Okay, let's talk about learning new skills. We discussed how this process creates new synapses and enhances our brain's versatility. But with so many options available, how do we choose the right skill to learn?
Right, that's a good question. Well, follow your passions.
Okay.
What are you genuinely curious about? What have you always wanted to learn but never had the time or courage to pursue?
So it's about aligning our learning goals with our interests and values.
Exactly. When you're passionate about something, you're more likely to stick with it and reap the cognitive benefits. It's like fueling your brain with enthusiasm.
That's a great reminder. It's not about forcing ourselves to learn something we're not interested in, but rather finding something that sparks our curiosity and ignites our passion. Okay, let's move on to hydration. We talked about the importance of keeping our brains well hydrated with water. But what are some practical ways to ensure we're getting enough fluids throughout the day? I know I'm guilty of forgetting to drink water sometimes.
It happens to the best of us. We'll carry a reusable water bottle with you everywhere you go.
Okay.
This will serve as a visual reminder to drink throughout the day, out of sight, out of mind, right?
That's a great tip. Oh, I need all the reminders I can get. What other hydration tips should we keep in mind?
Make it a habit to drink water before, during, and after meals.
Okay.
This will help you stay hydrated and also aid digestion. And if plain water gets boring, try infusing it with fruits or herbs for a refreshing twist. You can also opt for herbal teas or naturally flavored sparkling water to add variety.
I love that it's all about finding creative ways to make hydration enjoyable. Okay. Let's move on to our final brain-boosting habit, spending time in nature. We talked about how nature reduces stress hormones and increases dopamine levels, leading to improved mood, attention, and creativity. But for those of us who live in urban environments, how can we make nature a more regular part of our lives? Not exactly surrounded by forests and fields here in the city.
Right. You don't need to escape to the wilderness to reap the benefits of nature. Even a short walk in a nearby park, a few moments tending to a potted plant, or simply gazing at a nature scene out your window can have a positive impact on your brain. It's about finding pockets of nature wherever you can.
So it's not necessarily about escaping to the wilderness, but rather finding ways to bring nature into our daily lives.
Exactly.
I can work with that.
Try to incorporate nature into your work or study environment. A view of trees, a desk plant, or even just a nature-inspired screensaver can have a calming and restorative effect.
I love that it's about being intentional, about incorporating nature into our surroundings, even in small ways. Any other tips for maximizing the brain-boosting benefits of nature?
Yeah, make it a multi-sensory experience. Engage all your senses as you connect with nature. Notice the colors, shapes, and textures of the plants and trees. Listen to the sounds of birds singing or the wind rustling through the leaves. Take deep breaths and savor the fresh air.
Wow, that's a great way to enhance the experience and really immerse ourselves in the beauty of nature. Okay, let's revisit social connection. We talked about how engaging in meaningful conversations challenges our brains and strengthens our social and cognitive muscles. But with the rise of technology and social media, how can we cultivate more authentic and fulfilling social connections in our lives? Sometimes it feels like we're more connected online than we are in person.
You know, that's a really good point. It's all about being present, put away your phone, and truly engage with the people around you. Make eye contact, listen attentively, and respond thoughtfully. Remember, social connection thrives on quality, not quantity.
That's such an important reminder. It's so easy to get caught up in our devices and miss out on the richness of face-to-face interactions.
Absolutely. And seek out activities that promote social connection. Join a club volunteer in your community or simply make an effort to have regular coffee dates with friends or family.
I love that it's about being proactive in creating opportunities for meaningful social interactions. And remember, it doesn't have to be anything fancy or elaborate. Even a simple phone call or video chat with a loved one can make a big difference in your mood and brain health. We've covered so many incredible strategies for boosting brain power in this deep dive, and I'm already feeling inspired to prioritize my brain health.
That's fantastic. Remember, even small changes can have a ripple effect on your cognitive function and overall well-being. So choose one or two habits that resonate with you and start incorporating them into your daily routine. And don't be afraid to experiment and find what works best for you. There's no one-size-fits-all approach to brain health.
Exactly. It's about finding the strategies that bring you joy, fit into your lifestyle, and make you feel your best. We're going to wrap up this incredible deep dive with some final thoughts and takeaways after a short break, so stay tuned. And we're back. I feel like my brain just got a serious upgrade after all those practical tips.
Yeah, it's been a really interesting look at these 10 habits for boosting brain power.
Yeah.
From the science to, actually making them work in our lives.
It really is amazing how much we can do each day to support our brain health, like even simple things.
Mm-hmm.
The food we eat, the way we sleep, getting out in nature, it all makes a difference.
Definitely. As we wrap up, it's important to remember that, taking care of your brain isn't a one-time thing. It's a lifelong thing. It's about those daily choices that keep our brains healthy.
Right. Progress, not perfection.
Yeah.
But where do we even start? There's so many good tips.
I think the best place to start is picking one or two habits that really speak to you. Start small, keep it up, and celebrate those small wins along the way.
That makes sense. Finding what works for you and making those changes gradually. It's not about changing everything overnight, but making those habits stick for the long haul.
Absolutely. And as you start to feel the benefits, maybe better focus, better sleep, just feeling better overall, you'll be more motivated to keep going.
Yeah, like a positive loop. Feeling good leads to doing more good stuff. We've talked a lot about the mental benefits, like memory and focus. But are there other benefits to these habits beyond just the mental stuff?
Definitely. Your brain isn't separate from the rest of you. Taking care of your brain also takes care of your physical and emotional health too.
It's all connected then. A holistic approach to well-being.
Exactly. These habits can reduce stress, help you sleep better, boost your mood, even make your relationships stronger. It's about making a positive impact on your whole life.
That's fantastic. Living a more fulfilling life with a healthy, happy brain at the center of it all.
As we finish up this deep dive, is there one last thought-provoking question you'd like to leave our listeners with? Something to inspire them on their brain-boosting journey?
Think about all the amazing things your brain can do. Learning, creating, connecting, experiencing joy. Now ask yourself, what's one thing you've always wanted to try but haven't? What's holding you back? What small step can you take today to get closer to that goal?
That's a great question. It reminds us that our brains are incredible and we have the power to shape them through our choices and what we experience. And remember, this is just the beginning. We want to hear from you. Share your thoughts, experiences, and insights with us. Keep those brains sharp and their spirits high.